Well, we are moving right in to Dutchman's puzzle. Dutchman's puzzle, it sounds like it's Dutchman, huh? Lynn, it's geese. Honk. Do you like geese?
I love geese.
Do you do a lot of honking over geese?
We do a lot of that in Nebraska.
In Nebraska. Well, we have how many geese in Dutchman's puzzle? We've got 4 of one color and 4 of the other. 8 total, 8 geese to make. Well, just in case, this book is available, Go Sampler, that I've written, and you want to see how to sew the geese. And here is one example right here that will just show you if you can't remember. Actually, I pulled it out just to remind myself. Okay, so we've got 2 different colors of pink. We've got 4 of the dark pink. I've got 4 layers, and we need to have die number.
We've got die number 4 and die number 5 with this block from our 9-inch cube set.
Okay, so here is 4. And the geese, you can see they're all cut right side up, but it wouldn't really matter if they were right side or wrong side because it's all the same. So we're just going to take 4 of them and line them up like this. And then the second one is just going to go in the next cutting. Do you have a mat?
I have a mat right here.
All right.
There you go.
So we're just going to cover this one. I like to use a same size mat because it's easier to just kind of get them started. Okay, you're going to see amazing 16 triangles, out of 4 pieces. There's 2 here, so if we take just 2 pieces of rough cut, larger, I think I have 3. 2 pieces, folded in half. Let's see, we've got 4 layers times 2, 8 in one quick pass. Pretty good. There, and then we're going to have a second one to make the total of 16. And the mat, please?
The mat, here you go.
I'm going to give you everything.
Okay, and we're going to use the Go Big cutter, so we're going to cut 2 dies at once. So with 2 passes, we can have all of these
Okay,
cut.
I'm going to take those as soon as you cut them.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure they're on the lengthwise grain as they're going through.
Good. Lengthwise. I love that block. It's really pretty, and so many blocks are just made with geese. You know what I do? That's really great. And just look at that geese like that. You got that fling down right. Look at that. Perfect.
All right.
So with the triangles, a lot of times I just take the whole triangles, all the triangles on the die right to my sewing machine. Okay, so let's just lay out the geese like this. And we're going to open these right side up, put them right here. 1, 2, rich, huh? Really rich. It's nice to be using the black. We have 4 geese, so we're going to put 4 triangles in a stack so we can just do assembly line sewing. And I'm going to start right here with the left one. How about I just single it out so that's all you see. I'm just going to pick the geese up and flip it right sides together. And it works really well because you have a notch right there. You have a dog ear. That's going to get lined up. And up at the top, we also have a dog ear. There's no more of those letting your tips hang out. The tips are already cut off. We're just ready to fly, okay? So now let me get it back on my sew straight. And I'm just going to follow it. The tricky thing is getting 1/4 of an inch at the top and at the bottom. Okay, so jumper scrap. The jumper scrap is just so you don't go ahead and get your pieces all eaten. Get it right up there. I'm following that line on my bobbin. And see, I'm keeping my point right along here as I go. Okay, so you're just going to go ahead and sew 4 of them, but I can just do it with 1, right? So cut my threads, and I'm just going to take it, get rid of that little jumper scrap you have. By the time you're done sewing, oh my gosh, all the stitching that you've done on your jumper scrap. So now you can see how it's matched at the top, matched out here. So basically you just take it, open it. I'm going to do my fancy fingernails and just crease that seam right along there.
Perfect.
And just hit it with an iron quick. That's
Sure.
how it goes. Pretty good match there. Really good there. No squaring up. That's what I really like. You always have to do a lot of squaring up on most of the geese. And so these just come out perfect. I have my right-handed triangle ready.
Okay.
And just take it perfect. You're pretty good, girl.
I'm getting better.
The way you were talking, I'm thinking, what kind of assistant is she gonna be? Okay, now, the second one, I'm just kidding, because look at this. Look how good it matches. This is what I love. Up at the top, it just lines up perfect, and right down here, see that notch, the dog ear cut out? Piece of cake. And so now just go ahead, use your sew straight. Make sure you get that point. That's one thing you just, and keep it all lined up. And just go. And this is another thing. I could just sit and make geese forever. I am out of my mind. You think I don't have a life besides quilts. Okay, so now you can see perfect at the top, at the bottom. Now let's just take a peek, because this is where we want to have a 1/4 of an inch seam right at the top. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I just think that that's one of the great things about the dies, that you have those dog ears cut. And
I know that you don't have to just trim all those things off. And I always thought, I used to trim all those little tips off, and I thought that I was saving those little tips to throw as confetti at my son's wedding, and then I found out you're not allowed to throw stuff like that anymore. It has to be bird seed and all those safe things. And I run through my house and I have tips everywhere, you know. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Right to go. Okay, so then whenever you're making this, you just make 15 more. No, only 7 more.
Right.
Only
8
7
total.
more. Okay, and you can see they just turn exactly like that, and they're going to fit with that perfect center, and it's swirled in the middle. Good. Perfect.
It looks great. Honk.